Picture this, a machine so massive it feels like the earth trembles with every move. These aren't just bulldozers, they're giants, reshaping the world with raw, unstoppable force. What drives their power? What makes them conquer the toughest landscapes on the planet? Stick with us, and you'll discover the awe-inspiring might of the most powerful bulldozers ever built. Trust us, you've never seen anything like this before. Liebherr PR 776 Liebtronic. German precision, monster size. Meet Klaus, a veteran operator in Bavaria. He calls the PR 776 his silent partner. Why? Because while it hums, it conquers. Weighing in at over 160,000 pounds, this bulldozer isn't built for speed, it's built for domination. Under the hood, a 12-cylinder diesel engine delivering 757 horsepower, enough to yank a fully loaded train car. Stretching 34 feet and standing 14 feet tall, it pushes 28.8 cubic yards of earth like it's fluff. And thanks to its hydrostatic transmission, it glides over terrain smoother than butter on a hot pancake. But Klaus will tell you, it once stalled on a frozen slope in the Alps. Took 5 men, heated fuel lines, and a crane just to get it moving. It earned his respect that day. Inside the cab, Klaus says it's more comfortable than his living room. With noise isolation, panoramic windows, and intuitive controls, it's the BMW of bulldozers. Want one? Hope you have $700,000 lying around and a lot of dirt to move. Cat D11, the modern mining muscle. Nevada's silver fields are no joke. Rocks the size of refrigerators, slopes that chew up tires. That's where I first saw the Cat D11 flex. And standing next to it, Roger, 61 years old, said he's driven every dozer since '79, but nothing like this. Weight, 248,005 pounds, heavier than a fully loaded Boeing 757. Engine 850 horsepower, blade capacity 45 cubic yards, fills 4 dump trucks in one push. Height 14.9 feet, length 35.8 feet. Fuel tank 425 gallons. Price $3.4 million, same as a Hollywood Hills mansion. Roger cleared an entire canyon wall over the course of 3 weeks. Rain, wind, sleet, never missed a shift. "This baby purrs," he said, patting the blade, "and when she roars, nothing gets in her way, not even time." Komatsu D575A Super Dozer, the mountain mover. Forget sports cars, this is the real king of torque. Though retired from production, the D575A still haunts mining legends. Weighing over 337,000 pounds with 1,150 horsepower, it could probably push your house. Twice, its blade moves 90 cubic yards in one go, enough to bury your dreams in gravel. The Ripper, a 6'9" claw that breaks ground like it owes it money. Nearly 40 feet long and taller than a second-story window, it's a mechanical myth made real. Alcoa ran 5 of these in Western Australia where blasting was banned. They used remote control to tear through rock without harming nearby residents. One operator recalls it once slipped on wet clay, drifted dangerously close to a cliff edge, and recovered. That's not a dozer, that's a daredevil. If Zeus ran a bulldozer, this would be it. Shanhtui SD90C5, China's massive contender. Imagine a dragon made of steel. The Shanhtui SD90C5 roars like one. At 233,700 pounds, it outweighs Chicago's Cloudgate. Its 950 horsepower Cummins engine shakes the ground with every rev. With a 433-gallon fuel tank, refueling costs more than your first car. Spanning nearly 38 feet and reaching 15 feet tall, it slices through dirt like a hot knife through dumplings. Its ergonomic cab is designed for long shifts under the sun or snow. A young operator named Lynn says on his first day, the SD90C5 clipped a rock ledge and twisted the blade. It didn't flinch. Lynn did. Operators say it's like taming a wild beast, one that obeys only strength and precision. Cat D11T, the king of bulldozers. At a limestone quarry in central Texas, the Cat D11T isn't just a machine, it's a legend. Every worker on site calls it the sheriff. When it rolls in, the earth listens. Weight, 248,600 pounds, about 60 pickup trucks stacked vertically. Engine, 850 horsepower. Blade capacity, 45.4 cubic yards, flattens a backyard pool in one pass. Height, 15.1 feet, length, 35.8 feet. Fuel tank, 425 gallons. Price, $3.5 million. Same as a private island in Belize. Tom the foreman told me they once had a boulder too big for explosives. The D11T shoved it off a cliff in 2 pushes. This machine doesn't negotiate, he said, it enforces. Komatsu D575A, built for deep mines and big jobs. Some machines work, others dominate. The D575A is the latter. Imagine pushing 59 cubic yards of rock in one swipe. This 255,000-pound juggernaut houses a 968 horsepower engine and acts like it wants to fight gravity. It's 38 feet long, as tall as a giraffe dunking a basketball, and sips from a 507-gallon fuel tank like it's morning coffee. Operators often compare it to handling a rhino, heavy, unstoppable, yet oddly graceful thanks to enhanced visibility, ergonomic control systems, and even backup cameras. One stormy night in Peru, it kept working as lightning struck nearby. That's not just power, it's perseverance. Whether carving roads in Alaska or opening mines in Peru, this beast doesn't flinch. Cat D10T2, the compact powerhouse. In a snow-covered coal site outside Gillette, Wyoming, I met a man named Carl, 58, gruff voice, frozen beard, steel in his spine. He pointed at the Cat D10T2 with pride and said, "That thing? It's not big, but it doesn't back down from anything." Weight, 154,700 pounds, heavier than 25 Ford F-150s lined up bumper to bumper. Engine, 766 horsepower, like 2 Corvettes pulling a mountain together. Blade capacity, 22 cubic yards, fills 2 cement mixers in one pass. Height, 15.4, length, 26.6 feet. Fuel tank, 425 gallons, 2,000 per fill. Price, $2.2 million, same as a penthouse suite in Vegas. Carl's been operating dozers since he was 17. When the roads iced over last winter, emergency trucks got stuck at the ridge. Carl and the D10T2 plowed a mile-long path in sub-zero temps. "She didn't even hiccup," he said. "I trust that dozer more than my truck." Liebherr PR 766 Latronic, the mining dozer. Deep in Australia's iron mines, the PR 766 is known as the mining dozer. At 124,000 pounds, about the weight of 20 elephants, It's built to endure punishment. Its 422 horsepower engine doesn't just push dirt. It moves nearly 400 wheelbarrows of rock in seconds. Each pass clears the overburden that buries valuable ore, keeping production on schedule. A miner once said, "If this dozer stops, the mine stops." It's that simple. Fuel is the hidden story. With a 1,400-gallon tank, it costs about $5,500 to fill, nearly the price of a family cruise vacation. Multiply that by daily operations and the numbers are staggering. But per ton of rock moved, the PR 766 delivers strong fuel-to-earth efficiency, making it worth every drop. For operators, the cab comfort is vital. Advanced hydraulics cushion the ride, reducing the bone-rattling impacts of 12-hour shifts. In a job where fatigue can mean accidents, that comfort is as valuable as horsepower. The PR 766 isn't just steel and diesel. It's the dozer that ensures ore keeps flowing, that miners can meet quotas, and that the lifeblood of the mine never stops. Cat D6 XE, the smart midsize warrior. Ever seen a bulldozer move with the grace of a Tesla and the strength of a grizzly? That's the Cat D6 XE. It's not just a machine, it's evolution on tracks. Operating weight, 51,000 pounds. About as heavy as a fully loaded SWAT armored response vehicle. Net power, 215 horsepower. Powered by electric drive, delivering torque like a silent sledgehammer. Blade capacity, 5.9 cubic yards. Enough to clear out a two-car garage foundation in one go. Height, 10.5 feet. Length, 21.5 feet. Fuel tank, 110 gallons. And with electric drive, it stretches every drop. Price, $700,000. Like buying a custom-built cabin in the Rockies, but it builds roads instead of views. Samantha, a forewoman on a tight residential job in Georgia, leaned on the fender with pride in her eyes. This machine doesn't wear you out, it works with you. She showed me how she fine-tunes the grade with her fingertips. No delay, no fight. The cab, whisper quiet. It's like running a dozer and luxury SUV at the same time. She laughed. And just like that, the D6 XE quietly backed up, turned, and cut a perfect path through the red Georgia clay. Liebherr PR 756 Latronic, the midsize dozer. The PR 756 is called the midsize dozer, but don't underestimate it. At 95,000 pounds, equal to 20 Chevy Suburbans, it's hardly small. With 336 horsepower, it pushes earth like 3 Ford Mustangs pulling in sync. Its blade moves 17 cubic yards of material in one sweep, enough to bury a suburban driveway in seconds. That's why quarry operators love it. Powerful enough for big jobs, but compact enough to maneuver in tight spaces. One operator joked, "It's not the beast, but it's the one you want when space is tight. It's like the Swiss Army knife of dozers." Fuel economy is where it shines. Its tank guzzles hundreds of gallons a day, but compared to larger dozers, it moves more dirt per gallon. That translates into millions saved each year across an entire fleet. And for mines running 24/7, efficiency is everything. The PR 756 represents the middle ground. Big enough to get serious work done, small enough to stay flexible. For crews juggling productivity and costs, it's the trusted workhorse. Cat D7, the mid-size worksite boss. Some machines are big, some are fast. And then there's the Cat D7, a perfect balance of both. Ask any contractor across the US, and they'll tell you the same thing. The D7 gets it done, period. Operating weight, 65,000 pounds, about as much as 10 full-grown African elephants lying trunk to tail. Net power, 265 horsepower, enough to push a city bus uphill without blinking. Blade capacity, 7.9 cubic yards. Almost 3 hot tubs worth of material every pass. Height, 11.5 feet. Length, 23.8 feet. Fuel tank, 135 gallons. Price, $850,000. Cheaper than a house in San Francisco, and far more productive. Luis, a civil contractor in Santa Fe, has 3 D7s running 5 days a week. It's the dozer that never lets you down, he said, brushing dust off his boots. He once used one to carve a relief trench during a flash flood. City called it lucky. I call it having the right machine and knowing how to use it. When it comes to balancing power, precision, and footprint, the D7 doesn't just fit the job, it defines it. These bulldozers are more than just machines. They're the raw, unstoppable force that reshapes the earth beneath our feet. With each earth-shattering push, they prove that nothing is too big to move. If you're captivated by the power of these giants, like, subscribe, and join us for more awe-inspiring feats of engineering.